There are a few businesses out there that have discovered that they desperately need a way to store and index the documents they generate. This is especially true if their office space is limited and the cost of renting is not in the budget. That is when many of the firms in this predicament turn to professionals to do their document scanning and management. The advantages that a business can gain through the use of those who specialize in the transferring of documents to disk is that they have the best equipment for doing so. They also have the experience and the techniques needed to handle almost any sort of paperwork that can be created by a commercial concern. In fact, there are those professionals that are capable of handling thousands of documents a day. What then should one consider to determine if this type of service is required to better one's business? There are at least two important questions that should be answered in order to make an informed decision. The first is which of the company's many divisions generate the most paper? The other is who will need access and from where and at what time is it needed.
It is a fact of life that those divisions or departments that share their information on paper need a way to keep track of it all and a place to put it. Thus, certain needs merit consideration. For example, who is it that will have to do the task of cataloging? How long will it have to be kept? And how often is it created? For instance, are temporary employees often employed to manage a business's paper? Or are there more permanent employees that may be needed elsewhere utilized for the task? Another factor that merits one's scrutiny is how frequently what is stored needs to be accessed and by which personnel. For instance, how many people need to look at a piece of information quickly? At what time and from where do they need access? For example, are they at a remote location or are they on site? Does an employee need to have certain information available around the clock, or are business hours sufficient for them? To better cope with a business's needs for cataloging and storing paperwork, many chose document scanning and management. It is a way for many to save money in the renting of expensive office space through having put the whole archive on disk. Thus there is less of a need for an area devoted to filing cabinets.